Why yes, I did make this intro. Thank you for noticing. It sucks. Fuck you. Kind of an off-the-wall topic for today, I'm aware, but working on my recent KeemStar video, I began to wonder why so many people on YouTube seem to be pedophiles, or rather, get accused of being pedophiles. Now to start off, most people who get accused of being pedophiles on this site are not. Zoe Burger, not a pedophile. Zaptai, not a pedophile. Onision, not a pedophile. By the strictest definition. Because in order to be a pedophile, you must actually be attracted to children. And in most of these situations, that doesn't seem to be the case. Now that's not to say that they didn't do something wrong. Usually it seems to be a moral gray area for people, as in the case with Zaptai, but from the actual definition, I don't think most YouTubers accused actually fall under this category. However, the term pedophile has kind of been broadened by the masses of YouTube, and I think we probably have KeemStar and his pedophile safari to thank for that.
There are pedophiles in the Minecraft community.
And in broadening the term, people lose focus of what it actually means, and so more and more people get labeled with it when it doesn't actually apply to them. Take for example Zoe Burger with KeemStar's accusations that Zoe could be labeled a pedophile.
If a guy YouTuber in his 20s sends his nudes to his children fans, he's a pedo. If Zoe Burger sends her nudes to her children fans, it's different?
Regardless of the way it's framed, whether Zoe be the hypothetical man or the woman she is, Zoe wouldn't be a pedophile because she's not attracted to these children she's posting her nudes to. Or how about Zaptai? Well, from the relationships that we know about with Zaptai, he had one with a girl named Heather, who was apparently 16 at the time, and one with Lestachette, who I believe was somewhere around 19. He exchanged lewd pictures with Heather, the 16-year-old, and even though this is wrong because she is still a minor, that doesn't make him a pedophile because, even though she's a minor, I don't think he was attracted to her for that reason. But the point being that, even though both of these people got accused of being pedophiles to some extent, they don't really fit the definition of it. And this broadening of the term to incorporate people such as Zaptai or Zoe Burger is one of the reasons that you hear it being thrown at YouTubers so often. At this point, it seems to be applied to anyone over the age of 18 who has any form of sexual relationship with a person under 18, which isn't really accurate, but what are you gonna do when
there are pedophiles in the Minecraft community?
Now, from this point forward, I'm going to be talking very generally as to why I think these YouTubers end up in these positions with these minors. Individually, I'm sure each of these scenarios plays out in a different way to get to where the inappropriate relationship between the YouTuber and the minor takes place. However, it's not like these people who are accused of being pedophiles really want to open up about their relationship. Generally, it seems like they try to downplay it, as in the case with Lion Maker, or run from it, as in the case with Zaptai. But either way, they're not giving us why it happened or what led to the relationship, so I'm going to be taking a stab at what I think is the most logical conclusion for why these things happen to YouTubers so often. Starting first with audience. Now, it's no great surprise that there are a large number of younger people who watch YouTube regularly. And while most people might have you believe that it's predominantly children, that doesn't seem to be the case, at least according to FortuneLords.com, who puts 35 to 44-year-olds as the highest user percentage, with 26% in 2017. Now, some people may say that this is just kids putting their ages higher than it needs to be so that they can watch age-restricted content, but to my knowledge, there's no way to get numbers on that, so to say that is to speculate without evidence. However, with that being said, that doesn't mean that these age demographics are dispersed evenly throughout the platform. Different video types will obviously attract different age groups. For example, I doubt there are many 15-year-olds who are watching the latest video from PBS NewsHour, just as I doubt many 42-year-olds are watching Quebblecop scream at GTA 5.
No, Josh!
So, when you look at a YouTuber's audience, is it any wonder that you find so many
pedophiles in the Minecraft community?
Because these people are predominantly interacting with children to teenagers, since that's who these sorts of videos mainly attract. To put it into numbers, back in 2011, there was a poll on a Minecraft forum asking people who played Minecraft their age, and out of 884 people who voted, 46% were between the ages of 15 to 21. And while undoubtedly the demographic changed in the following years, I think it's probably safe to say that the demographic remained primarily young adults to children. So since these channels are having most of their interactions with teenagers, it makes sense that these YouTubers are forming relationships with them. Which leads me to my second and third thoughts: success and the people running these channels. Now, these points are pretty much complete conjecture, so don't take them to heart, but it stands to reason that when you become successful on any platform, you're going to have people who want to get to know you, people who enjoy your content and want to talk to you, and it's no different on YouTube. Once you've amassed a following, you're going to have a certain amount of influence with that following. It's also likely that you'll find a certain number of people who follow you attractive. With more success will come more people, and eventually you'll probably end up talking to someone whom you find attractive, and you may even form a relationship with that person. Now, it's debatable if you should even form these types of relationships because you'd be coming into it from a position of power. These people came to you to get to know you, perhaps blinded by your YouTube fame, and it's just a debatable position to form a real romantic relationship out of, even if the hypothetical person isn't a minor. But regardless, with success comes more opportunity to form these types of relationships because of your influence. However, with that being said, it should be obvious that anyone who achieves this type of success and is over 18 should have the wherewithal to stay out of these types of relationships with underage people, which leads me to the types of people that these YouTubers are. Now, this is going to be even harder conjecture because I don't know these people, but I would have to assume that someone like Lionmaker was far from a pussy magnet before he started making YouTube videos. But I could be wrong. Maybe he was out there snagging strange puss every weekend, but I don't see it. And the same goes for people like Zaptai or Yammy Mash. I just don't see it. I would have to assume that a good amount of the time, these YouTubers are guys who aren't exactly killing it in the girlfriend department. Thus, when they did achieve a level of success and they actually had girls come to them that were interested in some form of romantic relationship, they jumped on it. Now, again, that's completely my opinion, and it could be 100% wrong because I don't know anything about these people, but there's a reason gamers are usually stereotyped as chubby, antisocial neckbeards, and a good amount of YouTubers who get accused of being pedophiles are gamers, so if the shoe fits. So to paint the final portrait here, I think that YouTubers who get accused of being pedophiles are generally people who have a large to moderate amount of younger followers, have amassed a decent level of influence with those followers, and when the followers who are younger come to them, they are unable to turn them down. Perhaps because they are too enthralled by the fact that they now have people whom they are attracted to actively attempting to start up some form of relationship with them. And thus, we get
pedophiles in the Minecraft community.
Anyways, that's the video, guys. Like it, don't like it, let me know. I made this video because I thought it would be an interesting topic, and it was just something that I was thinking about while I was making the KeemStar video since he is a notorious pedophile hunter. Now, just to reiterate, this is just my opinion. I don't really know that these three factors are what makes it seem like there's so many cases of YouTubers having inappropriate online relationships with a minor. And hell, there was just a recent case of a YouTuber known as Austin Jones, I think it was, who was apparently arrested on child porn charges, and he doesn't exactly fit my last point of criteria. So maybe it's more of just a power thing for them, but who knows. Either way, though, to any YouTubers out there who might be watching this, try not to be a pedophile, please. Shark pride for life, bruh.